During a wedding in Toowoomba, Australia, ghost hunters captured this haunting image, a husband and wife sharing their first dance. The room glows with joy and light, but just to the right of the couple, in a soft beam of light, stands a small girl. Her form is faint, but her face is clear, curious, almost smiling, as if she wants to join in. No one remembered a child being there. No guests were nearby when the picture was taken. Some say she's the spirit of a young girl who once lived on the land where the venue now stands. It's one of the few ghost photos that seems innocent, almost sweet, but no one can be sure. What do you think? A lost child spirit, or just a trick of the camera? S. Palmer, fascinated by stories of spirits, once set out to photograph proof of the supernatural. Accompanied by an army officer, he spent the night inside a house known for its hauntings. For hours, nothing happened. No footsteps, no whispers, no movement. Then, around 2:45 a.m., a strange light appeared in one of the rooms. Palmer lifted his camera and took a single photo using the flash. When the film was developed, his hands began to shake. A human figure stood in the glow, clear and undeniable. There had been no one in that room. No one living, at least. Was it a trick of light, or had Palmer captured someone who never left the house? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments. In Glasgow, artist Tim Sandys was working late in his basement studio, a place that once served as a hospital. The old pipes rattled, the fluorescent lights flickered and buzzed, their sensors unreliable. It was a dark, stormy night, and the halls were empty. Curious about the flickering lights, he began recording slow-motion footage of the corridor. When reviewing the clips, something caught his attention. In several frames, a small figure appeared, a little girl, standing at the far end of the hallway, peering out from behind a door. Her face was barely visible, her outline faint but distinct. The building's history made it worse. The same hallway once led to the children's ward decades ago. Tim tried to reason it away. Maybe someone's child had wandered downstairs. But the way she stood, still, staring, felt far too unnatural. Was it just coincidence? Or did he truly film the ghost of the hospital's past? What do you think? A family was enjoying lunch at the Islamorada Fish Company restaurant in Alabama. 13 people gathered around a long table, adults chatting, children laughing. One photo was taken of a little girl named Hayden, who has Down syndrome. She was turning her head as the picture was taken, creating a small blur. But when they looked closer, everyone fell silent. Behind Hayden's head, a man's faint silhouette appeared. His face was blurred, but his outline was clear. No one had been standing there. No flash, no reflections, no tricks of light. What do you think? Angel, ghost, or something unexplained? This old photograph depicts Newton D. Baker, the U.S. Secretary of War, with his wife and children. It looks like an ordinary family portrait, until you notice the faint ghostly blur standing behind them. The image was made using a glass negative, a process known for strange chemical reactions that sometimes distorted the photo's surface. Some believe the mysterious figure appeared because of a flaw in the glass. Others say it looks too defined, too human, to be an accident. Was it just a technical error, or something, or someone, who wanted to be remembered alongside the family? What do you think this figure really is? This eerie photograph, taken in an Irish linen workshop, first appeared online in 2015 after being added to the Getty Images collection. At first glance, nothing appears strange, just a group of factory workers posing for a picture. But look closely at the woman seated furthest to the right. There's a hand resting gently on her shoulder. A hand that shouldn't be there. None of the other workers are standing near enough to place it. The angle doesn't fit anyone in the frame. It's simply there, pale, defined, human. Was it a trick of exposure, or did something unseen join the women for their portrait that day? What do you think? Coincidence, or something reaching out from beyond? An old, faded photograph discovered in a grandmother's house shows a small church from decades ago. Its windows reflect the cloudy sky, except one. In that window stands a man, but no one remembers him ever being there. Was he the minister who once served in that church? Or a spirit bound to the place where he preached long ago? The photo remains a mystery, a moment frozen between time and eternity. What do you think? A living man, or a glimpse into the past that refused to fade? This photograph was taken in 1987 using a 35mm camera, purely by chance, on the anniversary of a tragic death. The photographer didn't know the story of Sue Howard Hardy, a woman who died nearly a century earlier, shortly after her child was stillborn. He wasn't seeking ghosts. He simply captured a picture of an old grave. But when the film was developed, a faint, translucent figure of a woman appeared near the tomb. She seemed to be mourning, head bowed, hands clasped. It was taken exactly 99 years after her death. Experts examined the photo and confirmed it hadn't been altered. Many believe it shows Sue herself, still grieving the child she never got to hold. What do you think? Coincidence, or proof that love and sorrow never fade? Hospitals are unsettling places at night, filled with echoes and dim, endless corridors. This photo was taken at Leeds General Infirmary by Andrew Milburn, a man who never believed in ghosts. One evening, he snapped a quick picture in a hallway to show his girlfriend where he was working. Nothing strange about that. But when he looked closer, his blood ran cold. In the photo, a faint white figure appears, a nurse, or perhaps a child, rushing into a room at the end of the corridor. No one else was in the hospital wing that night. No alarms, no movement detected. Just silence. Andrew's skepticism vanished after that. He'd seen the impossible. What do you think? The ghost of a former patient, or a trick of the light? During a summer trip to Bilbao, Spain, a tourist entered the Cathedral de Santiago and began taking photos of its interior. The light was warm, the air still. Nothing seemed unusual until later, back at the hotel. In the center of one photo, a ghostly figure appeared, the faint image of a man with a beard and solemn eyes, hovering just above the floor. Some said it resembled St. James, the church's patron. Even more curious, a glowing orb floated near the figure's chest, right at the center of the image. Was it a miracle, or a message from something divine, or something else entirely? What do you think was captured in this sacred place?
Two lost punks just running through the back streets, through the back streets, sitting through the back streets. Two lost punks just running through the back streets, through the back streets, sitting through the back streets. Guess who's lit? Guess who's raw? Kick that door, break that law. Guess who's wild? Guess who's out? Guess who's foul? Guess who's proud? Guess who came to shut shit down? I whoop the monster,